Michael here, back for a giant week in LEGO news. LEGO One Piece revealed. LEGO Oscorp and Cyborg Spider-Man? LEGO Batman Forever? LEGO Icons French Cafe? And is this the best Bricklink designer program set ever? And I'll kick off another round of the weekly giveaway. Just subscribe and leave a comment about this week's news. And of course, I'm back with LEGO deals from Amazon and across the web, so if you want to pick anything up to support the channel, there's links in the description below. First up, the LEGO Creator Main Street is 32% off, and the LEGO Ninjago Dragonstone Shrine is 38% off. The LEGO Technic Planet Earth and Moon in Orbit is 20% off, and the LEGO Dreams Grim Keeper the Cage Monster is 34% off. The LEGO Disney Mirabelle's Photo Frame and Jewelry Box is 40% off, and over at Walmart, the LEGO Classic Large Creative Brick Box is 45% off. Over at LEGO, you can get the free LEGO Creator Valentine's Day Box gift with purchases over $75. Plus, they've got double VIP points on select sets, so if you want to pick up any of these deals and more and support the channel, there's links to everything in the description below. Next up, this week we got the official announcement for LEGO One Piece, which is from Netflix's live-action series based on the classic anime. And this marks Netflix's third collaboration with LEGO after Stranger Things and the recent Wednesday sets. Along with the announcement, we got this teaser video with a familiar straw hat, which is of course the one that we see Luffy wear in the show. The stretching arm recreates his gum abilities, and the piece in the trailer seems to be the same stretchy arm piece that we've seen on Ms. Marvel and Mrs. Incredible. So we can expect the Luffy minifigure to feature this same kind of torso. And the show's creator even released this drawing, which could give us a clue. As for the sets themselves, they're rumored to be coming out in August, with 4 sets ranging from $30 to $130, plus one $300 18+ set, which many think will be the ship Going Merry. And hopefully we won't have to wait too long for them to be revealed. Next in Marvel news, we're getting an all-new Oscorp building, which is our first return to Oscorp since this 2003 set. And while many fans would love to see something large in scale like the recent Marvel modular buildings, with this one being 808 pieces and retailing for $130, that doesn't seem likely. Instead, I'd expect something more like the original Daily Bugle that we got, which was a play-scale building with some interior sections, though it should be more detailed with over 300 more pieces. And while less than the modular Daily Bugle, it's said to have 4 heroes and 4 villains. As for villains, I'm hoping for some new comic book style villains like Electro, Shocker, Rhino, and Lizard, or maybe ones we haven't seen in a while like Hobgoblin or Kraven. And I'd of course expect a new Norman Osborn, which was teased in the modular Bugle. And as for heroes, there's just so many that we've never gotten in LEGO form before, so I'd love to see some new ones. Next up in August, it's also rumored we're going to be getting a $50 Peter Parker's apartment, which is something we haven't gotten since the Infinity War line. And interestingly, it's said to be compatible with the Spider-Verse deli that we got on the first. I think it's safe to say we'll get a new Peter Parker, but I'd also love a new Mary Jane, as we haven't gotten one since this one, which was back in 2014. And some are speculating we could even get Mr. Negative. Next, thanks to Amazon UK, we got our first look at the exclusive figure that comes with the Explore the Spider-Verse book. The figure included is Cyborg Spider-Man. Interestingly, this official photo has a severely misprinted head, but with a little help from Photoshop, we get a better look at what it might look like. And all the printing looks really accurate, and I love the printing on the arm. Sadly, we'll have to wait to get our hands on the book and the minifigure for when it comes out on May 1st, and hopefully they fix the final version. Next up, previously we talked about the upcoming Avengers Endgame Final Battle set with 620 pieces retailing for $100 in May, but it turns out there's going to be a companion set with 373 pieces retailing for $50. This new set is set to include Iron Man, Thor, and a Chitauri, not to mention our first Iron Patriot colored War Machine Mark III. And we haven't gotten an Iron Patriot since the 2013 exclusive polybag. And all of this is on top of the 9 minifigures in that $100 set, including Captain America, Iron Man Mark 85, Iron Spider, Doctor Strange, Black Panther, and Ant-Man finally. We're also getting Falcon with 2 stud shooters and the Scarlet Witch, plus a big fake Thanos and a Chitauri with an arm cannon. Next, we're getting another $20 battle pack-like set with 204 pieces, this time featuring Iron Man and War Machine versus Hammer Drones, just like we saw in Iron Man 2.
Drop your socks and grab your Crocs. We're about to get wet on this ride.
As for minifigures, we can likely expect the Iron Man Mark VI, which we recently saw in the Marvel logo set that came out in January, as well as the War Machine Mark II, which we got in the 2022 Iron Man Armory. And the Hammer Drones are said to be brick built. Next up, we're also getting a new 4+ set for $35 with 160 pieces, which is said to include Thanos in a gauntlet ship like this Mighty Micro, plus Captain America in a Quinjet. Next, while we've gotten many helmets, we're getting 2 new sets featuring an Iron Man bust and Iron Spider-Man bust. This of course reminds me of the Sith Trooper bust from San Diego Comic-Con and the Darth Vader bust, which was a Target exclusive. And honestly, this was a line I was always surprised we never got more from. The Iron Man bust will include 436 pieces and retail for $60. Plus, it'll include an Iron Man minifigure. And the Iron Spider-Man bust will include only 379 pieces and retail for $80. And even though to include an Iron Spider minifigure, I'm skeptical. Next up, last week we talked about the upcoming $100 Batcave, which was said to be based off of Batman Forever. And I had said said last week, I hope we get the Batmobile in that set, as we've never gotten it before. But recent rumors are saying that the $100 set may just be the Batmobile itself. Part of me thinks this could be an 18+ model similar to the $150 classic TV series Batmobile. But in recent years, we have seen the main Batmobile set continue to go up in price, from $30 to $40 to $48 to $60. So sadly, it doesn't seem totally off base to think the $100 set could be a standard one like this awesome mock by All About Ari. But that said, I'm hoping if it's true that it includes some sort of other build in addition to these awesome minifigures. Next up, February 4th at 8 AM Pacific kicks off the pre-orders for Series 4 of the Bricklink Designer Program. And thanks to Bricklink LEGO and the Ambassador Network, I was able to take an early look at the Medieval Seaside Market, which will retail for $230. And I have to say, the designer makes great use of the 2,506 parts. As when you build these designer program sets, it feels like building someone else's mock where no detail was spared. First off, the Medieval Seaside Market is big. I mean, really big. And the entire build is built in modular sections which snap together, and they can be rearranged to create different layouts. Additionally, rotating the entire build makes this look like an enormous castle, with a surprising amount of exterior detail including this lovely tree and a hidden squirrel. Breaking down the build, on the left-hand side we've got this large tower, complete with a wooden crane with winch mechanism to raise and lower the hook, plus a seagull, starfish, and clam. Next we've got the blacksmith stall, complete with all sorts of helmets and armor. Next we've got some food stalls with baked goods and cheese with a hidden mouse. And tucked under the boardwalk are some crabs sharing a meal. And up top there's a walkway leading to a weapons rack. To the right we've got another stall with a snake charmer, plus plenty of antiques, and a coat of arms and a lantern overhead. Moving on, there's a staircase with a cart of vegetables. And heading up the stairs you reach this small landing with a weapons rack and this brick-built door. Lifting off the roof we can see the room with the nice desk and shield, chest and armor, weapons rack, barrel, and rug. On the top of this tower is a catapult which can fire projectiles. And the taller tower has a flame at the top. To the right, we've got another structure with a nice roof, with all sorts of food and accessories tucked into the alcoves. To the right, there's a dock for the small boat with a plank to get on. And the boat looks nice with its brick-built hull. To the right, there's a dog and a ladder leading to the tower with a seagull up top. On the back side, we can see the large entrance with the brick-built door. Splitting the build, we can see the interior with this nice wine cellar, with various vessels and barrels of wine and buckets of grapes. And there's even a carriage to deliver the wine with a spot for the driver, a little grape on the side, and this large barrel with dripping wine. And this set includes 9 great minifigures with 3 line knight soldiers, 3 vendors, and 3 townsfolk. While $230 certainly isn't nothing, I really felt like this one felt worth it to me, and I had a great time building and reviewing it. And especially if you're a fan of medieval builds, I don't think you can go wrong here. And if you don't want to miss out on any of these sets, be sure to be ready on February 4th at 8 AM Pacific. Next up today, we got the reveal of the LEGO Icons French Cafe with 1,101 pieces retailing for $80 on March 1st. This set marks the first in a new series of restaurants of the world. The set makes a nice display, but it's really just a small facade. The architecture is nicely done with printed awnings and a printed sign, and behind the printed doors is an illusion of interior. On either side are some unique builds for tables and chairs with different food accessories and potted plants. But almost more interesting to me is who this is targeted after, as it reminds me more of how the botanicals are targeted towards casual fans. While the build looks lovely at $80, I don't know if this one's for me. Next in LEGO Ideas news, there were 4 more projects at 10,000 supporters on the platform. First up, we've got Appa the Sky Bison from Avatar: The Last Airbender. The designer did a great job capturing the unique shaping of this animal, though we have seen countless projects based on this design sadly not make it through. Next, we've got Gilmore Girls Stars Hollow. The build is comprised of Lorelai's house, Luke's diner, and the town sign and gazebo, and it almost reminds me of the Holiday Main Street set. Next, we've got the Holiday Rose Hill Cottage. The build is of course Iris's home from the movie The Holiday, and the designer did a really great job recreating the house and packing it full of details from the movie. Finally, we've got Ancient Roman Temple, and this is its second time hitting 10,000. The design looks great and highly detailed, but sadly these historical builds don't tend to make it through, so as for its chances this time, as always, we'll have to wait and see. So there you have it, a truly jam-packed week in LEGO news with so many new sets coming soon to look forward to. Personally, I'm so excited for all the superhero sets from Spider-Man, Marvel, and DC. Not to mention all the great sets from the Bricklink Designer Program, and I can't wait to see how LEGO One Piece turns out. But sadly, the more excited I get for all these sets, the more concerned I get for how I'm going to pay for them. Be sure to leave this video a thumbs up down below if you're as excited as me, and don't forget to subscribe because I'll be back next week with even more LEGO news. And let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. What did you think about all the stories? And which one are you most excited about? And now we've got this week's giveaway winner. Congratulations! And be sure to email me from the About page on my channel so we can coordinate about the prize. And if you want to enter this week's round, just leave me a comment about this week's news. You must be a subscriber to win. And definitely turn on notifications to find out when my next video is posted, because I'll be announcing the winners at the end of some of the videos. That's all the time we've got for today. Thanks and have a good one!